Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Guys. Donald Trump is president now. What are we going to do? The world's over. How are we going to do anything? The world is coming to it.
Please, what are you doing?
I was just telling everyone how Donald Trump's the worst. Chill! But he's going to ruin. Chill!
Are you done?
I guess so.
Alright, now get on my chair.
Fine. Alright, let's really get into it. Alright, so before I go into my thoughts on our new president, Donald Trump, I think that you guys should kind of know where I'm coming from, just as far as like a background perspective, so you can kind of see how I can see these things about Donald Trump. Alright, so firstly, I grew up in a mixed family. My dad is black and my mom is white, which in turn makes me half black, half white. So while yes, I do have certain feelings towards the black community, I also have feelings towards the white community, really every community. So there's that. One of my parents voted for Hillary and another one voted for Trump. I'm not going to say who, but I was in a household where I had two opposing viewpoints, so I can kind of get a more full understanding of where both candidates were coming from. Another thing is that I didn't vote. Honestly, I didn't like either candidate, so I know that's not good on my part. I should have voted, but I didn't vote, so I didn't like either party, so it's not like I was favoring either one. I actually wanted Bernie Sanders to win, but he didn't make it that far, so. And I'm a 20-year-old male who grew up in a predominantly white middle-class neighborhood, so that's basically where I'm coming from. President Donald Trump. I actually want the guy to do well. He is our president. Unless something crazy happens or he gets impeached, he's gonna be our president. So we kind of have to live with that fact. However, just because he is our president doesn't mean that I'm going to sit by idly and allow him to either do or say some of the things that he said in his past that I don't agree with at all. At this point, it's no secret that Donald Trump has said something negative towards almost every minority, whether it be females, people with special needs, black people, Mexican people, Muslims, literally every minority he's said something bad about, but he still won. So now that we've talked about what he's said and done in his past, we have to bring up something that's happening right now, and that's all the protests and the riots. I feel two ways about these protests and riots. On one hand, I'm happy that they happened, and not so much now that they're still happening, but I did like how they were happening, because it was showing Donald Trump that even though he was president, that we as Americans are not going to allow him to say and do the things that he's been saying throughout his whole campaign, and that we're going to check him on it. So that is amazing. I mean, for all of us to be able to come together and say, hey, while you are our president, we're going to make sure that you're not going to completely destroy this country. However, he is still our president. So when people say he's not my president, or I don't believe that Donald Trump is my president, or any variation of that, it doesn't really make any sense, because unless you have some hard evidence that can impeach him, he's going to be our president. And I'll break it down like this. You are working at Company Wonderland. Let's just call it Company Wonderland or whatever. And your friend, candidate A, is up for a job as the CEO of the company. And you're really excited because you know that, oh man, if my friend, he becomes the CEO, everything's gonna be chill. Like, I can talk to him directly and we can just go back and forth on ideas, and like, you think everything's gonna be cool. And then there's candidate B, who is some new guy that they brought in to see if they can fill the position. And obviously, you're not going to like that guy because you want your friend to win. Well, as the time goes by and things are getting closer to the day where the current CEO chooses who's going to replace him, you're doing everything to try and help your friend. You're going around spreading the good word around the office. You're trying to help them with any tasks that the current CEO is asking of them to try and prove that they're ready for the job. And at the same time, you're down-putting candidate B. You're like, oh, no, they're terrible for the job. They shouldn't be it. Oh, look at what they've said in the past. Look at what they've done in the past. And you just basically try and slander or just use every negative thing you can towards that candidate. And then come the day where you find out who won, candidate B won, and your friend didn't. Well, are you going to keep on slandering and down-putting candidate B? No, you're not. That's your boss now. One of two things is going to happen. You're either going to get fired because you keep on down putting the current CEO, or the company itself is not going to do well because you're refusing to do work or just like cooperate because you're salty that your friend didn't win. I mean, yes, while this is one of, if not the most heated presidential debate, we live in a democracy where the people choose who we want for president, and the people spoke. Trump won. Obviously, there was obviously a large portion of people who voted for Hillary, and they're mad. Or, like in my case, I didn't vote either way, but that's why I'm not so mad. For one reason, because I didn't vote, and two, because I knew I didn't like either candidate, but at the end of the day, they're going to be my president, so I'm going to wish the best for them. It's just counterproductive if what you're saying is you want America to get better, you want to have more jobs, you want to overall, like, not to quote Donald Trump, but to make America great or just to make it better. It's not smart to keep on bashing the president and doing negative things towards the president, because at this rate, when does it stop? 4 years later, when he's up for re-election, or if he doesn't get it? I mean, if you keep on rioting and you keep on protesting, when does it stop? It won't stop. Donald Trump is a smart man. He wouldn't be the president for nothing. He obviously does have some qualifications, so he's not going to do anything to get himself impeached. And if he does, then hey, that was on him. I'm not like 100% jumped in the bandwagon on Trump. If he messes up, I'm going to be the first one to call him out on it. Just as if he completely fixes our economy, I'm going to be the first one to say, hey, good job. Because he's our president, and we have to accept that. Well, obviously, it's harder for certain minorities to completely understand that. I mean, I don't live like in a hood or in a low income area where, yeah, some of the things that Donald Trump is saying is going to affect me a lot more. Or I'm not Muslim, where Donald Trump has repeatedly gone after Muslims, saying, oh, there's going to be like a database and everyone's going to have a card. And I'm like, oh, like those things I completely do not agree with. And if that ever comes up as a bill or he tries to pass that, yes, I will be out there protesting, rioting, because I honestly, that's so terrible. But he hasn't done that yet. He hasn't done anything illegal. He hasn't done anything to get himself impeached. He said a lot of things, but nothing's actually happened. And at this point, since he is our president, we can't base everything on what he's saying, but rather his actions. So I just encourage all of you, young people, old people, anyone who might be bitter or sad feeling or just any negative emotion towards Donald Trump, I really ask for you guys to open your hearts and to realize, okay, this is our president. He's going to try and do the best job that he can to fix this country, and I'm going to help him. I mean, there's no point of repeatedly just throwing negative shots towards President Trump. We might as well try and build him up, try and put as much support around him, because obviously he has no political experience. So we have to just really stand behind him, try and help him. If he messes up, he messes up, and we're going to have to call him out on it because he is our president. And as a president, you're held to higher standards. But don't expect the worst for your president. Expect the best. Hope for the best, because at the end of the day, the president is going to be the one who is going to overall help fix this country. those are just a couple of the thoughts that I have on President Trump. Congratulations on winning. I hope that you have a very successful 4 years. I hope that nothing crazy happens. I hope that you are able to fix the economy and all the good things that you said you're going to do. I hope that you're able to do those. And any of the crazy stuff that you've said, I hope that you don't even try and do those things. But let's just try and spread positivity, people. That's all I'm really trying to say, is let's just try and spread positivity. Let's hope for the best in people and not hope for the worst. I hope that you guys are all having a great day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.